Hello YouTube. Welcome back to Bald Man Building an Airplane. This is section 29 and we're gonna make two smaller parts of the fuselage into one rather large freaking part of the fuselage. As you see, uh, yeah, that's getting pretty freaking big. Um, Basically, what Vans has you do here is Cleco the bottom skin together to provide a solid sort of mm, structure, so that way you can put bolts into the bulkheads, the big gold bulkheads, to sort of hold it together when you start, so you can start doing other work. Um, Unfortunately, like, it's heavy and it's obviously unwieldy, as you see how large it is. Two people are required to put it together, and I immediately realized that I made a mistake. And had to undo it. There are a couple of pieces. They are called, I don't know, like some sort of shims or doublers or something that go on the front of the front of the bottom skin of the mid fuselage, and technically they they go over an overlap. And I was like, I can't put Clecos in here. Oh, that's right, because I put these stupid pieces in already instead of waiting to put them in when they're supposed to be put in. So I obviously put it back up on the table, drilled those out, and we'll be putting them back in later on. But here we are starting to prep all of the metal for work in this section. I do like looking back at these videos to do the editing and to publish them out on YouTube, because I look back and I look at the mistakes that I made and I sort of chuckle at those mistakes. And I look back at like some of the parts that they're having you make, and even if you try to like look ahead to understand the part that you're making and where it goes and why you're making it and what it fits into, it's still difficult to visualize all of it until you sort of assemble it later on. So I'm cutting pieces from this big piece of angle stock. And it's kind of funny because they want them very specific dimensions, and realistically they're not all that specific. But so long as they fit inside of the roll bar structure that we'll create later, it's probably okay. Great. But then you also cut, oh, where is it? No, yeah, okay, so some of these are for roll bar structure. And I think, oh, no, these are, yeah, these sort of like mate together on top of one another for the roll bar structure. So, yeah. And then you get a big old hunk of aluminum that actually attaches to roll bar. That's what it is. These fit over either side of the vertical skin attach ribs. I couldn't think what they're called, in order to sort of secure the piece that attaches to the roll bar structure. Yeah. But next up, we actually do have the longerons as well, and that's what I'm going through now. Cutting the cuts that they have you do for the longerons are kind of crazy. They ask you to cut like really long sections out of them, and the only way to really do that is like with an angle grinder or a Dremel or something like that. And it's like, man, what a pain in the butt those long cuts are with tools like that. So what I ended up doing, and actually I haven't done it yet in the video, I thought I was doing that already, was cutting these Like I drew on them and I sort of cut them at an angle on the bandsaw and then cleaned them up with the Dremel later on. But then there's also this fun part, hey, drill this hole out, cut it out with a Dremel. I was like, is there any better way to do this? And then this is a funny one to do, because the angle brackets the angle brackets that I cut out earlier have to sort of fit into like that piece I was just cutting with Dremel. And I ended up not clearancing enough of it when I initially did it. And I had to like take out parts and drill out rivets later on to re-clearance the piece. But yeah, there's some very, very long cuts on these longerons, nearly the length of the entire piece, to get them ready. There's also going to be some bending involved, which I think we'll probably get to in the next video. And that is a lot of fun, let me tell you. Twisting something in an insane amount. So we'll see you next time for that. Thanks for stopping by.